Good morning, beloveds. Um, I'm not awake. I was trying to get a cat's attention. That didn't work. But that's okay. I love Sundays just from the perspective of I let myself sleep in so that I can, I don't know. It's my day of rest. I do still work today. Like Saturday is my day off, but it's not a day of rest because I get up and I go to the park and I run, and it's my longer run, and then I I might come home and do absolutely nothing. But Sunday is my day of rest where I let myself sleep in, and then I go to work because I help with the live stream church service. And even before that, before we were live streaming, I still recorded the service for the YouTube channel. And then, but I would come home and I might do some stuff around the house, but I don't do any exercise. So it literally is a day of rest. It's the day I give my body a break. Lately, we've been taking like a short stroll around the neighborhood, just so that I get some steps in so that I don't start with a complete deficient, because my Fitbit week starts on Sunday. I should probably change that. Have it start on Monday or something. So that, and it seems to help Tom fall asleep when we do that. Although it's getting hot out there, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do it. Those short strolls. So that's what I love about Sundays is like, it's the day I don't get up with an alarm clock. Because I get up early enough to get done what I need to do to get to service, but I don't have to hear that alarm. It's always nice to have one day when your body can wake up when it wants to. That being said, I still woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I got up and realized that I hadn't charged the iPad for service, so I was like, oh, maybe I should take care of that. And so I hauled off into the living room, got that plugged in, and went back to bed. So, I hope that you all are allowing yourself one day that you don't have to get up to an alarm. It makes a difference. Me not being a morning person, makes the morning a little more interesting. All right. We are June 7th. Today, I consciously let go of every discord. I drop all sense of lack or limitation from my thought and every belief that I have ever had in negation or fear. I now have a belief in success and faith. I permit the spirit within me to express itself in perfect freedom, bringing increasing joy into my experience. There is that within me that is completely conscious of its unity with good, of its oneness with all the power there is, and all the presence there is, and all the life there is. Upon this power, presence, and life, I depend with implicit certainty, with complete confidence, and with absolute assurance. I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me into ever-widening fields of activity. Every good I've ever experienced is now increased tenfold. Every joy I've ever experienced is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thought. I see more clearly than ever before that my divine birthright is freedom, peace, joy, and eternal goodness. I perceive that this same birthright is bequeathed to all people. All power is delivered unto me, and this power I use for my own and every person's good. This divine presence interprets itself to me in love, friendship, peace, joy, and goodness are mine now and forever. So June is the month of creativity, which is, I think, the why that the essays that were chosen for this were chosen the way they were, because we're 7 days into this, we're a week into this, and so what I'm seeing is that every day so far it's been power statements. It's been the third step of treatment. It's been the as soon as I say what the third step of treatment is, I can't remember what we call it. Realization. I've been doing that a bit, where I'm tripping over. As soon as you ask me, it's like, if you don't ask me, then I can tell you, and if I don't try and say it, I can tell you what it is. So I made that mistake with Brahma yesterday. All right, brain farts. It's all up there. I'll get it out eventually. But so these are realizations. These are, let me state my reality. My words are creative. My words are power. So let me use them for the power. And he's using that step in treatment that we don't always use, which is the denial step, which is what he started with. I drop all sense of lack and limitation from my belief, and every belief that I ever had negation and fear. So the first thing I do is I say, nope, not that anymore. I don't want that. And I say it with authority. I drop all sense. This is not mine, and I don't claim it. I'm letting it go. So I'm telling my subconscious, I drop this. And then what am I going to replace it with? I now have the belief in success and faith. I permit the spirit within me to express itself in perfect freedom, bringing increasing joy into my experience. So he says that I permit. The biggest problem that we have frequently is we get in our own way. So I am permitting. I am giving permission for spirit to flow through me to bring this into my experience. And I am stating it with authority. There is within me that within me that is completely conscious of its unity of good, of its oneness with all the power there is, and all the presence that there is, and all of the life there is. So there is something within me that is completely conscious. I am recognizing that consciousness within me and bringing it to the forefront. So the consciousness is there. It's always been there. But what I am doing is I am bringing it forth into the front of my reality. Because from there, it will be far more effective. Upon this power and presence and life, I depend with implicit certainty, with complete confidence, and with absolute assurance. So implicit, complete, absolute. There's no wiggle room in that statement at all, because he's using the big words. I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me into ever-widening fields of activity. So I know that the divine wholeness has been flowing through me. It is constantly flowing through me. And what I am doing here in this statement is allowing it to flow into everything I do. Not just when I'm in treatment. Not just when I'm asking for something. But as I widen that stream of the divine wholeness, then it flows into everything I do. So that everything I do is touched with that divine wholeness. It's not that it wasn't there. It's just I was narrowing the stream. And so now I am consciously letting that divine wholeness flow into the words that I speak, the actions that I take, the thoughts that I think. So I will do better. Or as I've glommed onto what Jesse said, I will do well. Every good I have ever experienced is now increased tenfold. Every joy I have ever experienced is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thought. I don't have to work for that inspiration. It's there. I just have to be open to it. I see more clearly than ever before that my divine birthright is freedom, peace, joy, and eternal goodness. God wants you to be happy. Spirit wants you to be happy. That is our birthright. That is our birthright. I perceive that this same birthright is bequeathed to all people. So if it is mine to claim, so too do I know that it is every being in this universe and beyond what I can see. It's their birthright too. What is the point of living but to experience, and to experience love and to experience joy? Because that is God's nature. God's nature is joy. It is love. That is spirit. And so that's our birthright. And that is what all of us get to experience. But we are also allowed to make that choice. Is this the experience we choose? And if I want it for me and I want it for you, then that makes the world a better place. All the power is delivered unto me, and this power I use for my own and every person's good. It comes back to that cornerstone of this teaching. Absolutely, the cornerstone of this teaching. What I want for myself, I want for everybody, because I am one, and that one is a multitude. So I can't deny anybody else's good and want it for myself, and I can't want it for myself and deny it for... I think I just said that. I just said that backwards. Meaning, let me try this again. We are a multitude of one. We are different aspects of one. And because we are all made of the same stuff, we all share in that love. We all share in that joy. We all share in that spirit. And so we have the opportunity. And we make the choice. And we do make that choice in relationship with others. So I'm making it sound a little more simple than it is, and I recognize that. So that is why it is my responsibility to want that good for everybody. And if I want that good for everybody, then I will take actions and make choices and say words that promote that good for everybody. I'm not going to spiritual bypass and say that, oh yeah, no, this is good and everybody can have it and they just have to make the right choices. No. For everybody to have that good, we all have to make the right choices. And I recognize that, and I'm going to say that. So when you are in relationship with another being, every other being, we all need to make the choice for the good of each other, because we all want that good. And if we see people who are acting like they don't want the good, then we need to, and I'm going to use the word, pray for them. Treat for them to recognize that they are the beloved child of God, and that the good that they want for themselves is available to them, and that they don't have to take it away from anybody else. Because the good that they want for them means that that good is available to everybody as well. I need to get up off my soapbox. Now I'm going to stay on my soapbox. Thank you very much. Okay. So all the power is delivered unto me, and this power I use for my own and every person's good. It is my responsibility and my right to use it for everybody's good as well as my own. This divine presence interprets itself to me in love. Friendship, peace, joy, and goodness are mine now and forever. When we recognize that God is love, we make good choices. So your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to, 1, recognize your divine birthright, and 2, recognize that the divine presence interprets itself into you as love, and to act from that place of love in everything you do, including for yourself. Because sometimes the hardest person to love is the person looking at you in the mirror. I know this. I've had those days. So, friendship, peace, joy, goodness are yours now and forever. All right. It is Sunday. That means we have a live stream coming up on at 11. We are very excited about that. We might have a guest artist today. I'm not going to spill the beans. You just have to tune in at 11 and see. Musician. And so I will be back with you at 11 with Reverend Jesse and Danielle and Jeffrey. And I'm not entirely sure which musicians are going to be there. I'm pretty sure it's Brian. That's what I heard. So that'll be good. Make sure that you do something loving for yourself, something kind for yourself, something compassionate for yourself today. If you have the opportunity to get out, get some fresh air, go for a walk without getting too hot, or take a gaze outside. I stepped out twice because we had the pop-up thunderstorms, so I stepped outside twice yesterday just to stand in my doorway and listen to that rain and smell that fresh earth smell right after the rain, and it was fantastic and I loved it. So please make sure you make the opportunity to do something that feeds your soul like that. Turn on some music, dance around your house, talk to your dogs and your cats and the people living in your house as well. Reverend David will be back on with you sometime around 5. We'll be back with a live stream at 11, and I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. All right, beloveds, have a fantastic day. Take care.